Oh, sorry. Sorry. I don't know. I got that car coming in front of me on completely the wrong side of the road. I think, what's he doing that for? Right, morning everybody. So we're leaving the lovely, I don't know what it's called. That's terrible, isn't it? It's, stay there. Right, excuse my tardiness. Ronda moments. So it's a fantastic bit of accommodation, and I will put all the accommodations, you know, as I've stayed and stuff. I might end up doing it all at the end. I know what I'm like, but yeah, got here late-ish last night. Had a great dinner. Fantastic value again. Amazing. They're all really cheerful people. They're really happy. So I've checked out now. I'm going to Abacete today. This is about 300 miles, so it's a bit of a schlep. I'm staying off tolls again today, but possibly motorways, not sure yet. I'll see what the sat-nav decides. it's like having an almighty being, isn't it, a sat-nav? What would satellite navigation decide? But I filled my little flask of hot water, or boiling water, and I'm going to use that to start, and I'm going to have some of my porridge. Damn it, I'm going to have some of my porridge. As we go along. I put my thermal back on today, but it's actually warm, so I might end up take that back off. So we'll see how we go with that. But yeah, looking forward to today actually. It's quite late though. It's 10 to 10, so, and I've lost that hour coming back into Spain. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But yeah, it should be a nice ride, I think. And I've got to get some fuel. I'm not too low, but I'm going to get some fuel as soon as I see it. At the bargain Spanish prices. Right, I'm going to take me lock off. I put this on now just to remind me to take the flipping light lock off. It is a great piece of kit though. You feel, you know, pretty confident. If there's nothing, the only thing that will be left of the morning will be the front wheel, because they wouldn't have been able to get that off. Right, we're operational. I got 3 bars of fuel, and I've got 299 miles to go. Oh well. So it's going to be a long one, guys. I've had to take my padding off my seat because it rained last night. And it's a bit wet. I don't want a wet butt. Beautiful, man. Look at the mountains over there. They're gorgeous, isn't it? So it's parts of this country and parts of this world, isn't it? If we're lucky enough, and I don't for 1 minute think I'm not privileged to be able to do this. And it's an amazing position to do it, you know, at my time of life. But guys, you got to see the world. I mean, if you can. This means nothing to people that just can't do it. But wow, you know, any chance you get to travel and see the world, just go do it. There's so much to see out there. It just broadens your horizons, doesn't it, so to speak. But yeah, I'm very lucky, and I'm glad I get to share a little bit with you. Not that you might not want to see it, but it doesn't matter. This is it's a trip that I hope you'll come along with and get a little bit of inspiration out of, even if it's just to avoid all other chocolate and just eat Twix. Oh dear, this was a mega little road to come down. I nearly piled into a car. on the way, and I wasn't going very fast because I'm not a fast rider, as you know. But we came at a very particular point in the road where you couldn't really see any further, and oh, sorry. I got that car coming in front of me on completely the wrong side of the road. I think, what's he doing that for? Remember what I said before, point of reference is that thing of riding in in a lane where they ride on the left. On a motorbike, if you've got no point of reference to start with, your body automatically goes into the wrong side. And I just had that there, just suddenly realised, oh yeah, that's me doing that wrong. Oh dear. That's Paul's thought for the day. Right on your motorbike, ride on the left. What a plum nugget. Oh, pardon me. You know, this bike, the torque out of the engine is just perfect, you know. It's really steep, this road, and you know, I don't lack for power at all. You know, 500, I don't know, I can't remember what these are. These are about 47 or 50 horsepower, are they? Something like that. Maybe a little bit more than that, are they? Someone correct me on that. These CB500s, but what a great engine this is. And when you think of that, what I paid for this bike, what was it? Was it 1900? At the time, it had already been serviced by a main dealer before I did anything with it. You know, and I've done all those little bits, and it's set me in at about 3,200, I think, in the end. But God, you know, that it's such a great bike for this, such a great size. You know, I've had no problems on the rough stuff really. You know, it's been easy to handle. Those tyres, I will do a rundown when I get back to France to the house, and then I'll do a sit of the rock, Le Rock, and have a chat about the bike. But you know, it's been a mega bike, absolutely mega, and yeah, can't say enough about it really. Right, we needed a told you it was quite a long road. Right, I know it's a bit windy. You know, when you think, I'll start doing that now while I think about it. But it's going to be Paul's thought for the day, and it's actually a follow-on from when I left the hotel this morning. Actually, I thought about this bike. You know, I think people might be interested to know how it's performed and what, you know, have I lacked anything, or thought, oh, I could do more of this, more of that. You know, you can always do more Twixes, but that's not beside the point. And I got a Twix from that garage just sorted. The attendant looked at me like some sort of lunatic. But so let's look at the power. Did I feel I missed anything in the power? You know, I saw so many big adventure bikes cruising on the motorways and all the rest of it, and I think, great, yeah. I think on the motorway it would have been lovely to have, you know, another 20-30 horsepower, or just something with a slightly longer leg. So I always felt a little bit sometimes I thought, oh, it must be one more gear to go, and there wasn't. I've found that keeping this cruising around the sort of 4,500 rev mark gives me about 60 miles an hour, so, you know, which is fine. But I think that, and it's something I've said before, when you've got more power, more speed, your speeds tend to creep up. And I'm not saying that's dangerous as such, but it just means that you feel then that you feel able to get somewhere quicker, and you want to get somewhere quicker, and I think that changes the dynamic of what you're doing a little bit. I think it does anyway. There might be another to say, but you know, I think it's easy to forget what can change the dynamic of what you're doing, and it's sort of subconscious that it's doing that. Cruising along like I've been doing, you know, even in Spain, sort of 50-55, it's actually meant that I can just take time to look and see what I'm doing. I'm not panicking too much about what's in front of me. because I'm leaving masses of space. I'm not zooming up. I don't have to hit the brakes really hard, all that sort of stuff. So I think power wise this bike has been absolutely spot on for me. And when I look at what we were doing in the desert on those tracks and stuff like that, I didn't need any more than that. All more power would have done is maybe spin the wheels. And this is a bit like having a tractor. It's low geared enough that you can use quite a lot of revs when you need it, but it's putting all that power down into torque, rather than just spinning up the wheels. It's much more usable than that, than just outright power. Loads of riders today. I don't even know what day it is. Oh, it's Saturday, isn't it? So yeah, I think even off-road the bike performed fantastically well. And those tyres, I'm going to get this right, they're Michelin Batlax tyres, have been great. I never really lost traction off-road. I didn't do masses of off-road. I did bits here and bits there, but every time I did it I was always mightily impressed that the wheels didn't slip. And it was obviously very dry. I didn't get into any wet stuff, which is great. I didn't really want that anyway. But on those dry tracks where it's just dust, that is slippery, that dust. And it just pulled up hills, over boulders and all the rest of it. Absolutely superb. So great choice. It's a choice we made with Billy's. It was we looked at the different treads and I said, well, I wanted more road bias, I think, but be able to do a little bit of off-road, and that's exactly what they've done perfectly. And on road they've been great. Once they bedded in, and you sort of know what I mean by that with new tyres, they've been fab. Absolutely fab. And I'm not a road rocket, I'm not the one that gets his knee down and tries to touch the pegs, but I've had total confidence in these tyres. Really, really good. What about carrying capacity? Well, I've not noticed that it's been appreciably different loaded up. It's still got enough power for what I need. It hasn't caused me any problems. And the funny thing is, this backrest that I've now generated, that's an absolute boom. When you're going uphill, you can lean back on it. It's really good. It's a real key thing. This bag has been absolutely fabulous. It's one of those inadvertent advantages of doing that. It's just that I got a really good backrest and I don't feel cramped. I've got the bag in front of me, which I could just put my hand there when you get a bit tired or a bit fatigued on your arms, and that's been great, absolutely great. And that's all I take off the bike every night is this back bag and the tank bag. It's got all the kit in there, and I load it up every day ready for what I need for the next day. Wow, look at the scenery, amazing. I don't know how I'm going to do this in such a short time that they're telling me. Beautiful. Of course it's steep. Wow. Cameras always iron out, don't they? But this is really steep. And that's the other thing about this bike, engine braking, fantastic. Don't have to touch the brakes. I've dropped a cog and she's just coming down. And also I'm not using any fuel when I'm doing that. Because when you don't, if you're not freewheeling, you'll use fuel. When you're using the engine to brake, you don't use it. Yeah, it's one of those interesting weird facts that you don't use fuel when you're engine braking. Nothing going into the induction, so quite interesting that. Something I think I learned off Top Gear of all things, but it's true. So, God dear me, look at the speed of these guys. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, load and how the bikes perform with me, with all my kit, has been fabulous. When I went to Marrakesh that time and it was hot, I hate going into places that are hot on bikes and cars. This engine's working hard to keep yourself cool. And it did. The fan would cut in properly, and I'd always, I'm always very mechanically sympathetic, and it's your lifeline, this bike. Nothing more than that. It's what's going to get you home. So treat it kindly. Don't take the mickey out of it. because if you do, it's going to fail. I mean, bikes can fail at any point, can't they, really? But look after it. I know it's a Honda and it should never break down, but treat it badly, it will do. So as an overall, I'm absolutely delighted with this bike. I think it still is a great companion, and I get on it, and especially when you're in some of those garages, you know, those inside garages, when you start it up and you get so much boom, 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 boom. Such a great burble from this exhaust. I think it's the Scorpion exhaust, and it's no label on it, but I think it's a Scorpion that's on here. Sounds mega. It sounds really, really good. People can hear you coming from miles off. But I thought it might have been a bit annoying because it was so loud when you ride it. But that's not been the case, actually. It's been all right. Hasn't caused me any problems at all. If anything, it's been quite a bonus. Loads of bikes here. They're all on a tour. Think about speed camera. Oh, he's not going there, is he? Okay. You always have to remember it's in kilometres here. It's obviously a lot of bikers come here, so they're probably a bit hot on it. I thought I got someone was having a speed camera, so there was a couple of motorcycle cops, and there was just one cop by the pair of bikes, and he had, as I went past, he was jotting something down. I thought, was he jotting my number plate down, or was he just writing in his diary? I don't know. And then I thought, well, where's the other one? Oh, hang on, the other one's got the gun, hasn't he? He's got the speed gun. So I'm sure these people were there earlier, or is this just another car? Anyway, back to the thing. I'll wrap this bit up. So yes, the bike's been absolutely superb. Brakes, tyres, suspension, excellent, absolutely excellent. With that extra bit of weight on there, obviously bikes get very compliant. It's like when you've got a pillion on, they get very compliant and very docile, and that's what this bike's been. Really good. And on the rough stuff, where I thought, is this going to rattle this thing to death? It hasn't done so. It's been absolutely fine. I should have got past this bike. Anyway, it's one of those little Ligier things. They're terrible. But I shall wrap it there, and hopefully all that makes sense. And also I'll talk more about the bike when I get back to France, and we'll have a good look over it and see let's see what damage has been done to it. None, as far as I can tell, but we shall see. Right, I'm going to skip past this car. I'm going to drop a cog any second now. How can you say a CB500's got enough power? Got more than enough, isn't it? Right, I'll see you all later. He's not paying attention. Right, we're on our way. I just had a fantastic coffee and met another solo rider there. Sometimes it doesn't feel appropriate to sort of record it, does it really? But it was from Denmark, and we're having a really great conversation. Just talking about life, and that's the thing, is it? You know, you just meet someone, and we had a couple of coffees, had another one of those fantastic custard donut things. But yeah, really great. So I've wasted probably a good hour or so. Well, it wasn't wasted, was it? It was a good way to spend time, talking to a fellow traveller on his motorbike. He was on a V-Strom 650 and was loving that. So yes, that's what it's all about, isn't it? When you're travelling, meeting people, and just because you'll never see them again, but your life, and it'd be another subscriber, because we were talking about YouTube and different stuff. People off-roading there. Obviously lots of great off-road tracks here, and obviously enjoying that. So we've still got 250 miles to go. So I'm going to be there at 4:30. I don't think I've lost any time. That can't be right. He said that about an hour ago. Anyway, yes. So good luck to my fellow traveller. Hope he has a good ride. He's going down to Tarifa, but he's not going across to Africa. He's going to Tarifa, Ronda, then Tarifa, and then he's going back home up to Denmark. So very nice. Right. So we'll carry on heading through the mountains, by the look of it, towards Cordoba. But we're going to Abacete. We will see. Right, I'll see you all once we go. But I just thought I'd tell you about a little conversation we had. Lots of quite a few English people, lots of bikes turning up, and think of that. And again, dirt cheap. Wow, that donut and coffee was something like €2, I think, if that. Because I gave him 5 and he gave me quite a lot back. Right, I will see you all a little bit later, my lovely friends. As I enjoy the Spanish Andalusian countryside, which is, I have to say, is absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Right, see you all again soon, kids. I just thought I'd stop and have a look. I don't know how many. It was a rabbit running around there. It's the first rabbit I've seen. Probably a little bit noisy here. It's not a busy road, but it's obviously a fast road. But I thought I'd pull up. I've got to get some stills. And the olives, it just goes on for miles. I've been travelling, I've done what? 100 miles, and it's just been olives groves. And you sort of think, well, how do they're not picking them by hand, they're not putting a little net underneath and there's a few people with sticks. So they must be mechanically harvesting these. But God, it's just hundreds of miles of it. It's absolutely incredible. For as far as the eye can, all these mountains, all these hills, they're all covered in olives. It's absolutely extraordinary. But it's very pretty. And then you go past some of the processing plants and the waft of olive oil. Oh, olives. Not olive oil, but olives. Absolutely incredible. Bikes going past. But it's absolutely amazing. It's really, really incredible place. So if you want to know where your olive oil comes from, it's here. This is like mass industrial scale, really. But it's really pretty. It doesn't look industrial, sort of, if you know what I mean. It just looks really pretty. But yeah, it's amazing. But you can see the sort of olive buds coming through. So we're not in season yet. So autumn, isn't it? It's going to be the time. But yeah, pretty amazing. Olives. Bike's looking good. God, it looks dirty. It looks really, really filthy. But never mind. Hey ho, I've just filled up, so I'm going to crack on. My 360 camera is just covered in flies. But then you know what I'm like. Right, let's crack on. I've still got a long way to. I've started today, and it's I've still got about 180 miles to go. So it looks like it's going to be an evening arrival. I'll see you later. Right, I'm nearly at the hotel. It's not looking good, is it? It's always that thing. Oh no, what's it going to be like? The chap I met in all that time way back today said, "Oh, it's a bit industrial." It is, yeah. Half a mile. It might be alright a minute. All I've got to do is get in my room. As long as it's secure parking, I don't care. And we're off. Oh, we must be close. Hotel Europa. There we are. Look at that. Arrived. This is one of those things, isn't it? She gave me a key, this whopping great key, which I thought was for the car park, but it wasn't. It was for my room, but there's no number on it, which is sort of quite amusing, isn't it? Well, I'm not gonna park it here. I'm gonna wet it round because I think I want to park by the entrasos. Oh, that one by the entrance. For sort of a quick getaway. It's where the meat comes in. That's nice. Oh dear. She can't speak English. I can't even speak a little bit of Spanish. But we get there. Right. Right, that was a long day. So I'm going to retreat to Waterloo. Retreat to my room once I find what that number is on the key. And yeah, I might do something for the room. Otherwise I don't mean that in a strange way. But otherwise I will catch you up tomorrow, as I normally do, on my way to Andorra, which I'm probably going to do 2 nights at. Knowing that it's as long as this ride today, I think it's a little bit longer, I think. And I think the right thing for me to do, because this has knackered me again, I'm going to probably spend 2 nights in Andorra if I can. It's incredibly cheap, so that might be a good idea. Stay 2 nights in Andorra and then just do one big push back to the house in Branton. But okay, that's going to be me. So I'm not going to do anything in the room. Bugger it. You bugger off, you lot. So I'll see you tomorrow. Well, in the next episode anyway, when I'll be on my way to Andorra, which will be a new country. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Take care.